Hey, black women, I just wanted to bring something to your attention. Okay, so today is June 19th. Happy Juneteenth to all of you who celebrate and respect your ancestors and respect our suffering and our Holocaust in this country. That was then, now, and possibly, not possibly, will continue in the future until we get our shit together as black women and do what we're supposed to do. TikTok is constantly under the threat of being done away with. Today's the 19th. It was supposed to be shut down today, but magically it was given another 90 days. That is going to happen until the midterms are actually gone. Please be aware of that. And the closer you get to the midterms, the more the propaganda from the Republicans, from the conservatives, all these motherfuckers that are pro-life and anti-abortion, who like to see women suffer and want to see women under the control, manipulation, and how these black males say, what is that stupid word they use? Submission of men, where they are supposed to be made to listen to males as if they are an animal, a pet, a child, or a slave, right? You're going to see more propaganda pop up trying to convince you that the white, rich man's patriarchal, white supremacist way of life is the way to go, right? So keep that in mind, that the only reason why they have not turned this shit off is because they know without a doubt that if they just abruptly turn this off, it will make everybody, even the fence sitters, who is still believing that Republicans are helping them in some weird way, or who cannot shake themselves loose of white supremacy, anti-blackness, and wanting to assimilate into whiteness, right? They would just automatically go, oh shit, and not vote for them. Not because of anything that, they should come to the conclusion of correctly, like these people are fucked up, they're trying to retard our country and have us living in the fucking stone ages for centuries, right? They never wake up to that and realize that so-called third world countries and communist countries, the people there have a 1,000 times to the millionth power better lives than us Americans, because this country is based off of hatred, the continuation of the promise or the love of the legacy of slavery, and the promise of a day to return to white people really believing that they will enslave black people and have us the way we were for 500 years. Like, you got to be mad to think we would not break your neck in 1,000 different ways. But anyway, this is the belief here, and this is the belief of all of the people of color who come here and believe in white power, white control. They all need to go join the fucking what are those guys called? Those fucking nationalist groups. They need to all go join the Proud Boys, because they're all like them. Just go join them, because all you guys care about is promoting whiteness and making sure white people have great lives and live good while you and everybody else struggle. So you need to go join them motherfuckers. Go help them out. Go pay for their bail and shit in court, because you're just like them. But keep in mind, the only reason why they don't turn this shit off is because they know that it would actually click in the minds of all the dum-dums on here, right? That, oh, they really don't like us, and that they really are only out for themselves. It would actually click, okay? And there'd be a few of them that were only hurt because they took away their only source of income. So just keep that in mind, that this is the real reason why they keep prolonging the inevitability of this fucking app going to bye-bye land where it needs to go. So just keep that in mind. And know that they're still on here listening to every video, trying to counter your every strategy and whatever it is you're trying to get together to empower your people, or to empower black women, and to get more black women to understand that the only way we change is through a strong belief in feminism, through a strong belief in unity and solidarity of black women for the protection of little girls and to maintain the rights over our own bodies so we don't have 50 million 11 Adriana Smiths in the future, because they're probably going to use her case as some type of legal precedent to do that shit to black women and children going forward forever. You have to always keep in mind that medical experimentation is a real fucking thing in America with black women. That is how you got a whole field of OBGYN studies, right? And there's an actual book that literally, I have it over there on the shelf, don't feel like getting up to go get it, that chronicalizes date by date through the time periods of every medical experimentation that was done on black women and men and children in this country. It is called American Medical Apartheid. It is a very good read. You should check it out. Do I see it anywhere quickly so I could grab it? I'm looking at my library. Sorry, y'all. Nope, the chair is blocking my view, so I can't see the other shelf. Anyway, you don't want that to become a normalcy for the rest of us. So this is why you need to be on here having more lives about what happened to Adriana Smith. Do your own video think tanks about it. Speak to people in your neighborhood, young girls especially, and women in your own peer group, and get them to understand. The only way you make change is to not comply to the shit that is being used as a vehicle against you. Do not marry. Do not cohabitate with males. Do not give birth to children, especially sons. Do not birth your oppressor. Do not fuck and live with your oppressor. Do not take care of them. Do not support them financially. Separate yourself from them 100%, because do you see any black males or any men, period, from any other group yelling and screaming about what happened to Adriana Smith because she's a black woman? Nope. They don't give a fuck because it's a black woman. But had it been a Hispanic, an Asian, a white woman, or any other type of woman, I think people would have had more outrage. But what those idiots don't understand is that it starts with the black women, and then it does become your daughter, your sister, your mother, your whoever, no matter what color you are or what ethnicity. But because you don't speak up about what happens to us, it happens to you. And a perfect example of that is what's going on right now with the Hispanics and their immigration removal from this country. It was done in 1933. It was called the Repatriation Act, and it's being done again. And even though we black women that you all hate because you come online and you listen to all this ignorance of black males and you reiterate their dumb shit and you get off because you are all dudes that have egotistical problems and who want to be tougher and I guess more superior than you think you are to black women, and we don't give a fuck about you and we don't agree with you, but we see the ignorance that you do and we see how dumb you are, because if you allow it to happen to us, and it's cool because we can handle ourselves, because the more of us that die, the less of you that will be in this world when it comes to black males and all the rest of you. Because, see, they use our bodies, because our bodies are the beginning of mankind, to create the medicines that keep the rest of you bitch-ass niggas alive, right? So when we all die, you will definitely die. So keep letting it happen, because it's going to be at your doorstep, just like it is now at the Hispanics' doorsteps, in just a matter of motherfucking time, okay? So, black women, understand and look around you and see what I mean and get it. Whenever there is something sensational that happens to black women and little girls, no one talks about it. No black leaders, no black politicians, nobody. No black males that live in the same communities, or even the black males that fucked and sleep in the bed with that woman. You hear nothing from them. No NAACP, no Al Sharpton, no Benjamin Crump. No motherfuckers care about what happens to us, which is why black women with a motherfucking urgency. You need to be the only ones caring about us and understanding that the more unity and solidarity we have to protect ourselves, the less we become victims to each and every one of these people in this society that have a issue with us because it was taught to them by white men and black males on these motherfucking social media platforms. Black males are the loudest ignorant motherfuckers on here, complaining about black women but can't live without us. You understand that? And I mean that literally, not in a flattering way. They want your money, they want where you live, they want to take advantage of all of the things that you have obtained for yourself through hard work and education, and they want to humble you to a servant's level so they could take advantage of you and be the slave master of you the way white men were. Y'all gotta wake up and understand and really pay attention to all of the shit that's happening around you. Adriana Smith died unnecessarily, was allowed to die because white men wanted to play mad scientists, and black males feel like the more they fuck and impregnate a black woman, the more they can have a dick competition with another dude, right? Because for them, it's not about really caring about the woman and understanding what she's going through with pregnancy and giving birth to children. It just makes them feel like they're more of whatever they think a man is by, oh, I fucked her and now she's got a whole bunch of kids to show that my dick works. You got to stop falling for that shit, black women. You really do. You got to see these motherfucking psychopaths and sociopaths for what they are and stay the fuck away from them. That woman had 2 children at home, and she had a third coming during an administration where people are telling us what to do with our bodies, letting us die for having complicated miscarriages, and putting us in jail when our bodies abort naturally. Or if we need a DNC, they're locking us up or letting us bleed to death. She was pregnant again because she's trying to be in love with a black male who could do absolutely nothing for her when she's in a situation where she needs help the most. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to wake up, and you need to stop looking at the things I'm saying to you in this video as if it is some type of attack on dudes instead of dealing with the real fucking reality you're living in. They are trying to delete us off the face of this earth. When you think about the laws they're passing that endanger our lives, first and foremost because of racial injustice, racism, bigotry, and implicit bias based off of racial prejudices. We're dying because white people who have the authority to keep us alive say, fuck this nigga, I just want to see her die the most painful way that she can. And there are no laws in this country to commit serial killing doctors and nurses to fucking jail or to the death penalty that they deserve. So we continue to suffer because we stupidly want to continue to believe in black love and black fornication and black repopulation with men who only see us as pussies, ass, and titties, not even as human beings. And when women like me tell you this, you get insulted, but you don't get insulted when somebody's only looking at you for how big your ass is or how much noise it makes when it claps. Y'all have to get out. You gotta wake up and see this shit for what's happening. Because yesterday it was Adriana Smith. If you keep fucking with dudes, tomorrow it could be you. If you do not fight for your rights and vote to get out all these Republicans and stop letting males be in charge of decisions about women's reproductive rights and abilities and choices, tomorrow it's going to be you. There are no women on any of these committees that make determinations and laws about women's bodies and children's rights. You have to understand that, and you have to know that all of those guys have to get their dirty old white funky diaper shit stained asses out of office, and you have to put young women in those offices, other women, everybody except for those old racist white men and women who are in office now, you have to put other people, and especially black women, in those seats so that we get to live our lives as freely and as humanly possible as every fucking body else in this world. And until you start understanding that and literally doing that, you're going to keep continuing to be killed, taken out by black femicide, like all the black women that died on Father's Day because of some insecure motherfucker who feels like because he has no power in the world, he has a right to come home and beat on a black woman or children for 3 hours and then decide, fuck you, your life don't mean nothing, I'ma kill you. And then when the white man comes to deal with me, I'ma be a coward ass bitch and shoot myself. Y'all gotta stop being so fucking desensitized to things that only affect us 24 hours a day of this country, when you absolutely have the final say in if that shit changes and when the fuck it stops, by saying, don't fuck with me, I'm not interested in dealing with you, you don't bring nothing to my life but death, destruction, and fucking devastation, get the fuck away from me. And mean that shit and be able to stand 10 toes down, ready to fucking die or take a life to mean what the fuck you say and say what you mean. Because these people are out here taking us out like it's all good and nobody gives a fuck because it's us, because we black, right? We're women. We mean absolutely nothing to all of these people. So you got to care about yourself more than you care about a fucking dude being somebody's woman and all the rest of that ignorant shit that has been taught to you for generations after generations. Deprogram yourself. Live. And give little girls, little black girls, an opportunity to live in a world where they get to have a real childhood and not grow up to be somebody's fucking slave. You have to get away from this shit. And you got to understand that you got to take how this government works and fighting for justice and equality in this bitch real seriously. That's what the fuck Juneteenth stands for. Okay?